fallout from that months-long investigation that uncovered sexual and emotional abuse within the National Women's Soccer League and the Portland Thorns. Today, Thorns owner Merritt Paulson said he and some fellow front office staffers will temporarily remove themselves from Thorns-related decision-making. So let's get right to Mike Benner, who's outside Providence Park for us. And Mike, Paulson also owns the Timbers. So are there any plans to step away from that team?
No, Brittany, we're told that Merritt Paulson and his two right-hand men still plan to be involved with the Timbers. And what that does is call into question just how removed these men will be from the Thorns, because both teams, the Thorns and the Timbers, are run out of Providence Park. Regardless, Merritt Paulson temporarily sidelining himself from the Thorns is not enough if you ask some team supporters. They want Paulson gone.
The people that are currently in charge cannot be trusted any longer. They have completely destroyed our trust.
From members of the 107ist, a nonprofit that supports the Portland Thorns, Timbers, and soccer in general, to the sports columnist for the Oregonian.
Everyone who takes pride in living here and being from here should be personally insulted.
The level of disgust in Soccer City, USA is off the charts, and demands for a major shakeup are loud and clear. And it starts at the top with Merritt Paulson.
He needs to sell these teams and get out of Portland, or at least get out of Portland sports.
The calls for change and accountability come 24 hours after the international law firm King & Spalding released the findings of a months-long investigation into allegations of abuse in the National Women's Soccer League. The investigation revealed a toxic culture of sexual, emotional, and verbal abuse across the NWSL, and the Portland Thorns were not cleared of wrongdoing. In fact, far from it. The investigation showed patterns of misconduct by Thorns and Timbers owner Merritt Paulson and front office staffers Gavin Wilkinson and Mike Golub. KGW has also learned of attempts by the Thorns organization to interfere with the overall investigation.
We want literally any sort of repercussions. So far, everyone that's been involved is still there. We want tangible consequences and change.
But it appears Thorns and Timbers supporters will have to wait for that. Merritt Paulson released a statement apologizing for the organization's role in a gross systemic failure to protect player safety. But as of right now, he has no plans to sell his teams. Instead, he, along with Gavin Wilkinson and Mike Golub, will remove themselves from Thorns-related decision-making until the findings of another investigation are released in November.
He's kicking the can down the road, buying himself some more time, hoping for outs while we await the results of the NWSL investigation.
We just want consequences to actually come to fruition. It'd be nice to see for once.
And among those wanting to see some serious consequences, Thorns player Becky Sauerbrunn, she spoke to the New York Times saying any owner or executive who failed the players should be gone. We're also hearing from some of the team's sponsors. The founders of Laurelwood Brewing say the findings of the report do not reflect their values, and they're waiting to see what happens next before making any decisions about next season. And Providence Health sent a letter to its thousands of employees saying it supports Thorns players and anyone impacted by sexual harassment and misconduct. They say there needs to be a system in place that prevents sexual coercion and all forms of abuse, adding that they are following this situation closely. And lastly, we are hearing from Alaska Airlines. They too are troubled by this report, and they say that they support the players and systemic change, and they're currently assessing all options to achieve those objectives. Brittany?
Yeah, developing story we will be sure to continue to follow. Thank you, Mike.